Alright, y'all, your boy is now training complete. The cadre training course is done, y'all. I've completed all 7 days, 40 hours. I got my cert. Your boy is now certified once again to be around the trainees and all that good stuff, doing what I gotta do when it comes to training and trade out. What up, y'all? It's your boy Lynch. I'm back again with another motherfucking video. SFAM, stand up, salute, stay focused and motivated. Get motivated up in this jank one time. It feels so good once again to have completed yet another course. I'm hoping, y'all, that with me completing the CTC, that it's gonna put me closer to getting promoted at some point in time. I hope it does, man. I hope it helps to set me apart. I'm not done yet with my classroom training. I still have to go to another cadre training. It's called CHEK. Let me see what it stands for. CHEK. So it's called the Common Faculty Development Instructor course. So this is the actual instructor school that I'm going to. And once I complete the instructor school, I will then be able to formally conduct instruction. My hours of instruction will count towards me getting an instructor badge. There's a certain amount of hours that I have to instruct. I also have to get evaluated while I'm instructing to make sure that I'm good, I'm doing it the right way and all that good stuff. And it should be a pretty, for me it may be a little bit challenging, you know, just because I have to make sure that I'm retaining information and that I'm also sharing the information back with the trainees the right way. So today, as for our last day in CTC, the cadre training course, we did some pretty fun and interesting exercises. The one that I'm gonna remember the most is the exercise where we pointed out stereotypes. So we went by people's nationality. We did the African American descent, Asian descent, Latino descent, and we also did Caucasian, right? So what happened was the specific group that it was about, they had to go to the back of the classroom and conduct an about face. They had to look at the wall in the classroom. Everybody else that is not that nationality had to go on the board and write any stereotypes that they know or have heard of about the specific race or nationality, right? Once we did that for a certain race or nationality, that group of people would turn around and go up to the front of the room and they look at all the stereotypes that were written on the board, explain where they're from, and then they would tell what they thought about a lot of the stereotypes, which one stood out to them the most. What ended up happening was everyone that went up there, they went through every single stereotype that was on the board. They said if it really pertained to them, basically like if it was true about them or not. And there were some pretty interesting things up there. One thing about stereotypes, man, when it comes to me and stereotypes, I express to everybody that as long as I know someone's joking around about a specific stereotype of me, you know, a black or African-American male, African-American people, if I know they're joking, I can take a joke. It's not a big deal. Some of the stuff I laugh at, as long as I know that person's joking, or if they make the joke and then they say, you know, I was joking, I'm just messing with you, I'm joking. Okay, haha, I could take a joke. Now, when it comes to stereotypes, if anyone is actually being derogatory and they mean it, like they, you know, they really feel that way, it's not a joke to them, then that's when I get offended by it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just how I feel. If someone really feels like all black people like to do is eat chicken and watermelon, like all you guys ever eat is chicken and watermelon, I could catch offense to that. Rather than somebody who I know is just joking about it, they're just joking, then I'm fine. I can take a joke and I can laugh it off. But it's crazy because some of the stereotypes are actually true and actually do apply to certain people. Some stereotypes of other races actually apply to other races. Some Caucasian people love chicken. Some Caucasian people love watermelon, you know, whatever it is. There was some stuff that was funny, some stuff that really hit home, and it was just a very interesting and fun course for the day that we had to go through. I learned a lot about a lot of people. I learned a lot about myself. Like I said, we laughed. There were certain people up there that you wouldn't suspect them to be a certain nationality that they are. One battle buddy was Brazilian, and I would have never thought she was Brazilian. There was another guy who was Latino descent, and you know, he could have easily been mistaken for Native American. And the thing that he said about it was there actually was some Native American, but he didn't like identify with it or something. There was some Latino descent in him also. So it was very fun, man. It was very fun. I gotta give a big shout out to everybody. If any of y'all were in my CTC class and y'all are watching my videos, big shout out to you. I really enjoyed the time in there with you. My instructor was freaking amazing. I could tell he was very passionate, very serious. He would let us joke around, but then he'd bring us back in and reel us back in and like, hey, you know, so this is it. And everything that we learned in there pertained to being an instructor, a drill sergeant, or some kind of cadre that's teaching trainees. It all goes back to teaching trainees and being open-minded about things, how times have changed and things aren't like they used to be in the military, all that kind of stuff. It was just a freaking amazing course. Some people in the class felt like every NCO should have to take that class. I don't think it would hurt at all. I definitely think that when the lieutenant came in that works at the troop medical clinic, when he came in and he told us the different ways that trainees get injured, and then when they end up in FTU, the fitness training unit, and the different programs, the different things they have in FTU, I definitely feel like every drill sergeant that goes to work at FTU should get that brief, the different ways that trainees get injured and that kind of stuff. It really opened up my eyes to a lot of different things. I think that I just really enjoyed the stereotype portion of the course because it made me see people in another light, and I really like connected with them. Like I could hang out with any of them. I could be friends with any of them. I remember for Caucasian people, right? One of the stereotypes up there is that they loved country music. Not all Caucasian people love country music. There was one guy who said that he doesn't like to go to country clubs and stuff like that. He'd rather go to a bar or a club or something that's predominantly black. He'd rather go in there. And he was so funny when he said it, because when he goes in there, he said he doesn't really dance. He said he just lets the girl do the dancing, and he just stood there, and I could literally see him in the club with a girl dancing on him and twerking, and he's just standing there being cool about it. There were some people in there that grew up around mostly black people, and they weren't black. So it was just, to me, it was an awesome class, man. I'll say it again. I loved it, had a great time. I'm glad I'm done with the course. I would do it again in a second. It makes me excited to get ready to go to CIFTIC, which I know that's gonna be different. I think it's gonna give us more skills on how to instruct instead of how to conduct ourselves when we're around trainees as a cadre member of that unit. Anyway, man, I want to thank y'all so much just for checking out these videos and seeing what I went through. If you're in the Army or in the military in general, I really hope that you get a chance to go through some kind of cadre training course. If you're in the Army and you can request to go, try to request to go. It's a good class. I think my instructor today was his last class to teach, so I think there's gonna be a new instructor here for that. But yeah, definitely had a great time, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with your boy, man. It's your boy Thursday Lynch. SFAM, stand up, salute, stay focused and motivated, get motivated up in this jank one time. On to the next. I'm getting ready to go to the Common Faculty Development Instructor course. Coming up soon. I'll keep y'all brief. Y'all stand by. Thanks for rocking with your boy. I love y'all to death. Deuces.